talk about greatness, this is what we're talking about right here. On top of the Acropolis, absolutely inspired. Incredible stuff.
This is a dream come true for you.
Yes.
Right. So where did you first manifested your dream, and how did you get your dream to reality?
Yeah. So you can see up there exploring greatness, and we've created a concept that we're working on that really dates back to I started to travel in 2019 for Founders Live, similar to this. And in 2019, it was the year before the pandemic. Actually, long story short, a relationship ended. I needed to move out of, my girlfriend and I at the time were living together, and we were kind of heading down a road of marriage, and then it just didn't. It was our decision to split, and I instantly said, hey, I know people in all these cities around the world. Why not I put my stuff in storage. I made a map like this, but it was just like I went through the US and then actually went to London and went through a couple cities in Africa and then went to Argentina. And so I traveled on the road for like the entire year. And even back then, like Luis, who you know, one of our other team members, like we started to talk about this needs to be filmed. And more importantly, what's happening is as I travel, like this is happening. So meeting entrepreneurs, we have events in all these cities. So basically by default, we're surfacing amazing people that are building really cool things. What if there was a show that was a travel show that each episode was a different city, that we covered the culture, we covered the, greatness and, cool things in the city. But more importantly, we're telling stories, going back to the gather around the campfire, we're telling stories of inspiring entrepreneurship coming out of Tallinn or coming out of Helsinki or coming out of wherever, right? And so we've been working on this for a while, but obviously the pandemic, kind of hit and we put the plans on hold. I was actually talking to a production team in 2019, and then because of the pandemic, it just went silent. And then I did a little bit of travel, but last year I did Latin America and we didn't record anything, and I just totally just traveled, I just enjoyed it. But it was like, no, the world needs this. And so we're creating this year, this is our pilot season of the show Exploring Greatness, shooting it through Europe. And so certain cities we're hiring, we have a videographer team that we hire in the cities like Lisbon, Zagreb, we did one. We'll do one Stockholm, London, Amsterdam, and Dublin. And we actually have people on the ground, camera crew, follow me around. We also do the event. And then I'm shooting a lot of stuff myself, and we're just dropping it in folders. And we're going to put it all together. Pilot season of this show that follows me around, tells the story of Founders Live, highlights amazing things happening in the city, as well as founders that we come across. And these are founders that are pitching at Founders Live. And so that's the vision, is really to have a major show that each season, like each year, I'll travel to a different part of the world and just start highlighting amazing founders doing amazing things. And exploring greatness is great because it's not just greatness within us, but it's also some of the city and some of the architecture and some of these like history of these cities. And so it's been fun, and we're working on it this year, this first season, and we'll see how it goes. But it's been really fun putting it together. And part of it is me telling my story, telling the founder's life story, hearing it from your angles, our city leaders' angles, and then kind of having founders share their thoughts. And hopefully this ends up on Netflix or Amazon or... Welcome to Exploring Greatness, where I take you around the world. We travel to various cities, various countries around the world, capturing stories of entrepreneurship and awesome views of the cities, the environment. We go from Athens, Greece, to Barcelona, Spain, to Zagreb, Croatia. Here in Amsterdam, Netherlands, we capture the stories of creativity, greatness, and entrepreneurship. Follow me as I take you around the world to tell stories, entertain, and inspire you to be as great as you can be. Tours are hard to even describe. They move so fast. I keep using this term now, but it's like a bullet train. And when you look at this tour, you look at all the cities, you see that map that I've created. That is the tour of the spring and summer and my 4.5 months traveling through Europe. But when you look at that, it's nothing short of intimidating. It's exciting, obviously, and really amazing, but it's also very intimidating. And when you look at all those cities, and that's about a week in each city, your life just, it accelerates. It's hard. That's the only way I can describe it is you never are able to get settled in a city. And my previous tours, I've actually done 2 weeks and even a month in each city, which allows you to get settled. You have time, you can go, establish routines and feel comfortable and actually familiar with your city. And, when you're only in these cities 5 to 7 days, it takes you 2 or 3 days to get settled. And then all of a sudden, it's now time to leave. And so this is a bullet train. You look at all those cities on that map and, it's one after another after another. And, I'm speaking here in my end of the first city of Lisbon, and I've got a long way to go. I'm very excited, but it's also, it's a lot. And I'm also working on the road. This is part of the process. Is I'm building the company as I travel, and so it's hard to describe. It's not for the faint of heart, and I'm not complaining. Obviously, it's a really crazy cool thing, but it's very difficult. And so I'm always learning of the things that I can do to improve my skills of building the company, working, traveling, getting rest and staying healthy. But as you look at that map, yes, it's intimidating. Yes, there's a lot of cities there, and it's an absolute bullet train. It does not stop. You have to be prepared. You have to get your travel things in order. You need to take care of all your stuff, stay on top of your email, stay on top of your business, and but it comes with the territory. So very exciting, and here we go. This Exploring Greatness 2024 tour through Europe here in Dublin, Ireland. This is the last stop. And I've covered 17,000 miles. I've visited 17 countries throughout the Europe and the UK region. That's a total of 23 cities, 133 nights in Airbnbs, so many memories, and all the exploring greatness brought to you in the pilot season here for 2024 Europe. Well, that's episode 1. You've got the perspective from the start of the tour to the end of the tour, and buckle up. Now it's to bring you the entire rest of the tour. You're gonna hear craziness, ups, downs, the challenges, the excitement, and everything about exploring greatness around the world.